Have you ever felt like you were being wrongly judged, or no matter what you did, you couldn't get it right? If so, join me as I dive into my journey of not caring what others think and how it led to a happier me. So, I'm a deep believer in quotes, affirmations, and storytelling as methods of helping people to shift their mindsets. And in today's mindful moment, we're going to talk about the subtle art of not giving a cluck about anything but your own happiness and defining that happiness for yourself. So, we're going to start with a quote, and here we go. What other people think about you is not your business. Now, I can't take credit for those wise words. They're actually coming from the wonderful, the very insightful, the amazing Mama Tasia Carey. And here are three things that I want you to remember. Number one, your success is your business. Number two, only you can define your success. And number three, you are the only one that you can change in this world. Interestingly enough, not caring about other people's opinions it empowers us to live our authentic selves. And I remember watching a video where they talked about the different vibrations that people give off, and authenticity was a higher vibration than happy and joy and love and all those things. So, by being yourself, by figuring that out and being your authentic self, you're actually going to draw the people that are like-minded closer to you. So by being you, you call those who you should be around to be around you. And I think that's kind of dope. My name is Maya D, and I'm a storyteller by trade. I do it through dance, and then more recently, I've been doing it through writing, through sharing stories, and so forth. About 4 years ago, I was going through life was lifing, and I started collecting these wise quotes from different women in the community and the social media and so forth, and using them as a way to kind of get me through my day, to help guide me through my day. And I'm not quite sure, but for some reason, I began to also pair those quotes with affirmations, and I noticed something wonderful happening. Hold on, let me get my phone before we get too far into this. Oh, never mind. I just hope it doesn't go off while we're doing this. Okay, sorry. I started noticing that in my journaling, I started noticing this connection between the affirmations and what I was actually writing in my journal. The affirmations felt like they were reminding me of times where I demonstrated exactly what the affirmation was speaking to. So I was like, okay, this is a thing, and let's see where we can take this thing. So I began sharing my journal entries in a blog, like not all of the specific details, like not giving people's first and last name, but sharing the essence of the entry in a blog. And I want to share one of those experiences with you right now. So get ready for a bit of story time. And I want to share it because while some of us love to read, some of us also love to listen. So I felt like this was a great way to share the information and speak to what you might need in a moment. So go ahead and get cozy. Hit pause for a second if you are watching this on the replay, or feel free to let it play while you complete some other activity in your life. And I definitely encourage you to ask questions, because in the ideal situation, as I'm sharing my experience, it's sparking things in you, and you're going to share that in the comments, and then I'll comment back, and we'll just keep growing and being better people for us in the right now and for those coming after us. So here we go. I titled this entry "The Other Woman." How does she hold all of the attention? What can I do to be seen? The other woman haunts me so much so that at times I can't express myself freely. I can only say but so much before they start referring to her. The frustrating part about all of this is that it doesn't even seem to matter why she arrived and why she was acting like that. People just accept that she's her and she's a longstanding member of the community. The devastating part is how much they accept her, referring to her and her actions and neglecting to see me standing right here in the right now. What can I do to be seen? Reminder number one, your success is your business. She was passionate, wild, and free. Her actions were so intense, and so they called her crazy. And once you've been marked with the label crazy, it seldom disappears. The issue is, I am her, and she is me. I was marked with the scarlet letter, not the A for adultery, but the C for crazy. And at times it feels defeating. At times it feels like no matter what I do or how well behaved I am, I'm still labeled as crazy. I will be the first to admit that I've done some things, some intense things in the less experienced portion of my lives that I wouldn't care to repeat. But I've also done some very wonderfully amazing things. I'm a different woman now, but I'm still left to ask, how do my current actions affect my reputation? Will I always be seen as that other woman by people who knew me then? Do they not see me? Do they not see the me that is in front of them right now? Is it possible for me to rid them of that person? Is it possible for them to see me in the right here and right now? It also makes me question, how do we see the woman that is in front of us rather than memorializing the previous iterations of her? I offer my experiences for those who have been marked with the scarlet letter and those who fail to acknowledge her growth. The truth is, the past version of us is part of the journey to who we are now. I've successfully grown into a version that I love, and I'm happy to greet when I see her in the mirror. And at the end of the day, I'm good with me, and we're good. Your success is defined by you. Tell the Truth Tuesday is a weekly video created by comedian Michelle Fields. And in the video titled The Other Woman, Fields acknowledges her growth into a more gracious woman while warning that she still remembers that other woman. That episode brings to mind two ideas: choice and change. Michelle is stating that while the other woman is still a part of her, she is choosing not to revisit her. This change is not always readily noticed or accepted by the others around us. There are several reasons why someone might not notice our change. And in reading this article by Succeed Socially, it helped me to better understand some of the reasons why people might not see us. Changes take time. And while we, as a person making the change, feel the internal changes immediately, they're not always visible to outsiders. Additionally, while we know that change takes time, we must remember that there is no universal measurement of time. So we all experience it differently. And as a result, we'll notice the changes at different times. This is why it's important that we measure our own growth and define our own success. That we, as the individual, defined it and don't rely on outside sources to define our growth and our success. Some people in our circles might not notice the change because they have already established an idea of who you are and are not looking for new information. We can't change these people. There are people who believe that people don't change, and therefore we cannot change that person's thought of us. We can only change ourselves. If we've done the personal work and given it some time, like a year or so, but still feel like our past life and previous events are still getting the best of us and people are still not seeing us, it's okay to change your environment. But we have to do the work. And that work might include asking for forgiveness. And we have to give it time. Number 3, the only person you can change is you. Let's remember that the only person that you can control in this world is a person looking in the mirror, right? It's only you. Our success is our business, not what other people think of us. Validation from other people is only required if we require it. If you choose, to listen to feedback, remember to listen to the positive comments as well as, well, let me rephrase that. Remember to listen to the positive comments rather than fixating on the negative comments. I like that better. If we are the sum total of all of our experiences, then the other woman will always be a part of us. The more we experience life, the better we understand choosing options that align with the life that we want to live in the right now. Did you know that the body is constantly in a state of regeneration? And the physical person you are today will be different than the person you are 6 months from now. I mean, like literally, the cells, the tissue, the organs, all of the stuff that's right here, it will regenerate. And that this physical body is not going to be here in 6 months. Just let that simmer and think about that for a second. You're literally going to be a different person in 6 months. Change is one of the most constant things in the world, and I choose to use it to my advantage. How I live my life is my business. I accept the choices I made as that other woman who was not yet healed. And now I'm making choices that align with the type of life I want to live right now. I commit to freely expressing myself in healthy ways. I commit to creating and inhabiting environments that are conducive to my growth. I commit to doing my best to acknowledge the good and the growth in the people around me. So here's my question to you, right? Because the idea is that sharing this thing so that we all are better moving forward. Here's my question. How have you grown? And have the people around you noticed that growth? And is that okay with you? This is video 10 of a 30-day challenge that I've given myself, or like not even a challenge, but more like a charge that I've given myself to step into something that's a little less comfortable for me. I am an introvert. So jumping on videos, jumping on lives is not something that is comfortable to me. But I remember Michelle Shields, the one whose quote we're using today. I remember hearing her say, if you want something that you never had, you have to do something that you've never done. And I've never done lives for 30 days in a row before. Yeah, I've never done this before. So I'm excited to see what happens, what kind of feedback I get from you, what kind of comments and dialogue that comes out of this experience. And because I know and believe that sharing is caring, I also have shared some affirmations, additional affirmations in the details. Please check them out because, yeah, sharing is caring. These affirmations, these stories, these quotes in journaling are excellent ways to help you shift into a different mindset, help us to find clarity if we're feeling stuck. I use this, as I mentioned, to help give me some guidance when I felt stuck. And I journaled, and because I saw the impact it was having on me, I wanted to share those things with you. So check out those details. Please do comment your thoughts below, like and subscribe, turn on those alerts so that when I come back tomorrow for our next one, you get it and you're here and ready to grow and see my awkwardness tomorrow. This is the end for today. Take care. See you again soon. Bye-bye.